channel Knowledge of. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with another new subject, and that is the quantitative aptitude, as I told you, and that we have to even to discuss about it, and which is also an important one. Yes, of course, that I will tell you about it. And on the same cases that we have to discuss here, these all are important questions, and on the behalf of it, this is your quantitative aptitude class. This is the quantitative aptitude class. This is your class 30. We had completed your that is your 29 classes. We had in arithmetical ability, we had completed your operations on numbers and LCM and FCF of numbers, decimal fraction, and then we had started with simplification. Here, even though we had completed 271th question of the sessions, and hopefully if it is not exceeded an hour, so yes, of course we'll complete this class simplification also in this class only. So first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. The first question of the session, that is the 272th question of the session, and that is also an important one which has been asked in your bank PO question paper. The question is, a certain number of tennis balls were purchased for rupees 450. 5 more balls could have been purchased in the same amount if each ball was cheaper by rupees 15. The number of the balls purchased was, that we have to talk about it, and the options for this we have is your 10, 15, 20 and 25. Let's go ahead. A certain number of tennis balls were purchased for rupees 450. 5 more balls could have been purchased in the same amount if each ball was cheaper by rupees 15. The number of balls purchased was. This has been the question which has been asked in your bank PO question paper. That is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. So for that, as I told you, the options here, that is your 10, 15, 20 and 25. So yes, we'll go ahead and we'll find out the solution for this as well. So let the number of balls purchased be X here. Okay, then accordingly we can solve it out further. So yes, let the number of balls purchased be X, then 450 upon X minus 450 upon X plus 5 equals to 15. Then 1 upon X minus 1 upon X plus 5 equals to 15 upon 450. Then further we'll take it as X minus plus 5 minus X upon X, X plus 5 equals to 1 upon 30. So X square plus 5x minus 150 equals to 0. X plus 50, x minus 10. So so equals to 0. So ये plus 15 जब equal के इधर आएगा, it will be getting as value that is your minus. So minus is not possible because the value of x will be the purchased was that the number of the ball purchased was not be the minus. So we'll giving has your value is x equals to 10. This is negative and it will go to the right side and will become positive here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead with another one, and that is another new question is the 273rd question of the session. The question states that a piece of cloth cost rupees 35 if the length of the piece would have been 4 meter longer and each meter cost rupees 1 less. The cost would have remained unchanged. Then how long in the piece is the piece here? This has been the options. We have 9 meter, 10 meter, 12 meter and 14 meter. We have to talk about it. So let's go ahead. A piece of cloth cost rupees 35 if the length of the piece, so that is if the length of the piece would have been 4 meter longer and each meter cost is 1 less, the cost would have remained unchanged. So how long is the piece? That we have. So the options we have are 9 meter, 10 meter, 12 meter and 14 meter that we have to talk about it. So yes, we'll go ahead further, which we have to find out the solution for this as well, and that we have as follows. Let's talk about it. The another question, let the length of the piece be of the piece be x meter that we have. So that let the piece be here, that is your x meters. We had let it out, and for that then the cost of 1 meter of piece equals to rupees 35 upon x. So x plus 4, 35 upon x minus 1 equals to 35, which is further 35 minus x plus 140 upon x, and that we have here, which is your minus 4 equals to 35, 140 upon x minus x equals to 4, which is x square plus 4x minus 140 equals to 0, x plus 14, x minus 10 equals to 0. So where this is same as 14 plus में है minus में आ जाएगा, and 10 में ये है तो ये it will be becoming a plus. So the answer will get x equals to 10 here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll talk about it, and that is the another new question and another important question here. Now we'll be going ahead with another question, and that is the another question is 274th question of the session, and the question here is that the price of 10 chairs is equals to that of 4 tables, and the price of 15 chairs and 2 tables together is rupees 4,000. The total price of 12 chairs and 3 tables is that we have to find out, and this is being asked in your SSC examination paper, so that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. Options we have is your rupees 3500, rupees 3750, rupees 3840, and rupees 3900 as well, even though which is important. Let's go ahead for the question here. The price of 10 chairs is equal to that of 4 tables. The price of 15 chairs and 2 tables together is rupees 4000. The total price of 12 chairs and 3 tables is that we have to find out. This has been asked in your SSC examination paper, and as I told you, let's go ahead for the solution for this as well, which is also the another important question here. So for that, did the cost of a chair and that of a table be rupees X and rupees Y respectively, then 10x equals to 4y or y equals to 5 by 2x, 15x plus 2y equals to 4000, 15x plus 2 into 5 by 2, 2 being 2 cancelled, x equals to 4000, which is further equals to 20x by plus, so 20x equals to 4000. So here the 1 0 is being cancelled, let out by a 0, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, so it will be 200. So the x equals to will get 200. So we'll have to find out y as well. Y equals to 5 by 2 into 200, 2 1s are 2, 200s are 200, so 5 1s are 5, that is your 500. That will be the right answer for this question as well. But for moreover, we have to find out the cost of 12 chairs and 3 tables. So here it is not ended up, hence cost of 12 chairs and 3 tables equals to 12x plus 3y equals to rupees, that is 2400 plus 1500 is equals to rupees, that is your rupees, we have 3900. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now further we'll move ahead and we'll have to go ahead as well, and that is the another new question, which is your 275 question of the session as well. And that the question we have here is, in a certain shop 9 oranges cost as much as 5 apples and 5 apples cost as much as mangoes, and 4 mangoes cost as much as 9 lemons, and if 3 lemons cost rupees 4.80 and the price of an orange, you have to find out here. So no, not a problem, we'll go ahead and we'll find it out as well. And that is the another new question here, which is, in a certain shop 9 oranges cost as much as 5 apples. 5 apples cost as much as 3 mangoes, and 4 mangoes cost as much as 9 lemons. If 3 lemons cost rupees 480, 4.80, the price of an orange is, options we have, rupees 1.20, rupees 1.30, rupees 1.40, and rupees 1.50. For that we have to solve it out as well, and we have to find it out as well. So for that we will be going ahead with the solution for this, and that is also a very important questions here. Let's go ahead with that. And as I told you, these were the questions you have to try by your side as well, so that you will get to know that are you able to do it or not, and that is also an important one. So here we go ahead further. So here we go ahead with 275th question of the session. As I told you, the solution for this we have to talk about it, and that is even though very important question, as well as I told you before as well. So let's cost of the 4 mangoes here which they had given you. Cost of, that is your 4 mangoes equals to cost of 9 lemons equals to rupees 4.80 upon 3 into 9, that is equals to rupees 14.40. when we'll cancel it out, 3 ones are 3, 3 is a 9, and then 4.30 will be multiplied by 3, and that will get here. After that, a cost of 1 mango, cost of 1 mango equals to rupees 14.40 upon 4, which is equals to rupees 3.60. Then we have cost of 5 apples equals to cost of 3 mangoes which is equals to rupees 3.60 into 3, which is equals to rupees 10.80 here. Now cost of 9 oranges equals to cost of 5 apples equals to rupees 10.80. So cost of 1 orange equals to cost of 5 apples equals to rupees 10.80 here. That has been, as I told you. On the same, for the cost of 1 oranges we'll have to find, this is for the 9 oranges only. So cost of 1 orange that we have equals to rupees 10.80 upon 9, and it will give rupees 1.20. that will get as an answer here. Now we will be going ahead with another question, and that is another 276th question of the sessions as well. The question we have, the price of 2 sarees and 4 shirts is rupees 1600. With the same money, one can buy 1 saree and 6 shirts. If one wants to buy 12 shirts, how much shall he have to pay? Then the options for this we have 1200, 2400 and 4800. Cannot be determined, none of these. So bank PO question they had asked you about it, and let's go ahead for the price of two saris. The price of two saris and four shirts is rupees 1800. With the same money, one can buy sari and six shirts. If one wants to buy 12 shirts, how much shall he have to pay? So this is being asked in your bank PO question paper, and the options for this we have to rupees 1200, of 2400, 4800. Cannot be determined, and none of these as well. So for that we have to go ahead as well. So 231th, this is your 276th question of the sessions that we have to talk about it. So for that we will be having a solution for this. Let the price of the sari and the shirt be X and Y respectively here. Let the price of sari and shirt be rupees X and rupees Y respectively. Then 2x plus 4y equals to 1600, and x plus 6y equals to 1600. Where solving these two equations we can say that we get x equals to 400, y equals to 200. So cost of 12 shirts equals to rupees 12 into 200, and that is your cost to rupees 2400 here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we will be going ahead with another one, which is the another new important question, and that is the another one is your 277 question of the session here, and that is also an important one. On the same cases, for that the question we have, if two tables and three chairs cost rupees 3500 and three tables and two chairs cost rupees 4000 here, so then how much does a table cost? That we have to talk about it, even though which is important, and that has been asked in your hotel management question paper as well. So on the same cases we will be going ahead, and that is also an important one. So for that the question we'll just go ahead and we'll just write it down, and then after that we'll solve it out. So if two tables and three chairs cost rupees 3500 and three tables and on the same cases where if two tables and three chairs are rupees, it is 3500, and the three tables and three chairs, sorry, two chairs cost rupees 4000, then how many, how much does a table cost? This we have to find out. This has been the important question, and that has been asked in your hotel management question paper, so that is also an important one as well. So on the behalf of it, we have to find out the options for this. We have 500, 750, 1000 and 1500, and which is to be as follows. That is also an important one. But when we are going to solve it out, the first thing which we have to consider about it, which we have to focus about it, is all that what we have to go ahead. So let the cost of the table and that of chair be rupees X and rupees Y respectively, then 2x plus 3y equals to 3500, and 3x plus 2y equals to 4000. Solving 1 and 2, we get x equals to 1000, y equals to 500. That we have as an answer here. Now we will be going ahead with another question, and that is also an important one here on the behalf of it, which is 278 question of the session. So in the same cases, the question is, the taxi charges in a city comprises of a fixed charge together with the charge of the distance covered for a journey of 16 km, that the charges paid are rupees 156, and for a journey of 24 km the charges paid are rupees 204. What will be a person having to pay for traveling a distance of 30 km here? The options for this we have rupees 236, 240, 248 and 252 as well. So yes, for that we have to go ahead. Just go ahead here. The taxi charges in a city of a fixed charge together with the charge of the distance covered for a journey of 16 km. Now we'll go ahead, and that is of 16 km, and after that we have here, for a journey of 16 km the charges paid are rupees 156, and for a journey of 24 km the charges paid are rupees 204. What will be a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 30 km? that we have as an answer. The options for this is your 236, 240, 248 and 252 here, and that is also an important one. So let's go ahead for the solution for this as well, and that is also an important one. So for that we'll go ahead for the solution. Let the fixed charge be rupees x and variable charge be rupees y per kilometer, then x plus 16y equals to 156 and x plus 24y equals to 204. Solving 1 and 2, we will get x equals to 60 and y equals to 6. So cost of traveling 30 kilometer equals to rupees 60 plus 30 into 6, which is equals to rupees 240, that we have as an answer here. Now we will be going ahead with another new important question, which is 279th question of the session, and even though which is important one, so we'll go ahead and we'll write it down here only. We'll solve it out as well. So 279th question of the session. The question I told you that in a classroom, if 6 students per bench are assigned to accommodate all students, one more bench will be required. So however, if 7 students are accommodated per bench, then that would be a space left for 5 students. What is the number of students in the class? We have to find out, and for that the options for this we have here is 30, 42, 72 and none of these, and this is being asked in your SSC examination paper, which is also an important one here. So we'll go ahead further, and that is in a classroom, if 6 students per bench are assigned to accommodate all students, one more bench will be that has been written here. So one more bench will be required required. However, if 7 students are accommodated, however, that is your 7, if 7 students are accommodated per bench, it would be a space left Then for 5 students, what is the number of student that is in the class? So let's go ahead for that, and that is, as I told you, this has been asked in your SSC examination paper, and that is important. So let's go ahead for the solution for this as well. So here we'll go ahead for the 279th question of the session. The options, as I told you, and this has been the question which is important, and that has been asked in your SSC examination paper as well. 279th question of the session. So we'll solve it out for that as well, which is even though important, and that is, we have to go ahead. So for that, we'll have to find out. Let the number of benches, let the number of benches in the class be x, then 6x plus 1 equals to 7x minus 5. We get x equals to 11. So hence number of students. So now number of students in the class is 6, that is x plus 1, so 6x plus 6. So 6 multiplied here, that is your x is your 12, and onto the contrary that we have to multiply that and then find out that is equals to 72 here. Number of the students in the class is 72. Now we'll have to go ahead with another new important question, which is 280th question of the session, and even though which is also an important one here. 280th question. So in the same cases for the 80th questions here, that as I told you, which is we have to that is all are important one. So the question is, there are two examination rooms A and B. If 10 students are sent from A to B, then the number of the students in each room in this is the same. And if 20 students are sent from here B to A, then the number of the students in A is double the number of the students in B. So you have to find out the number of the students in the room A here. Okay, this has been also asked in your math examination paper, and this has been, as I told you, SSC examination paper. So math examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. We'll go ahead further. That there are two examination rooms A and B. If 10 students are sent from A to B, then the number of students in each room is the same. If 20 candidates are sent from B to A, then the number of students in A is double number of students in B. So the number of students in room A. This has been asked in your math examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise that we have to talk about it. So on the same cases for the math examination, the options we have is 20, 80, 100 and 200, and for that we have to go ahead as well. Let the number of students in room A and B be X and Y respectively. Let the number of students in room A and B be X and Y respectively. Then so here that is let the number of the student, as I told you, for the same cases, and for that x minus 10 equals to y plus 10, x minus 20 y equals to 20. This is for 1, and that is your x plus 20 equals to 2, y minus 20, that is equals to x minus 2y equals to minus 60. Solving 1 and 2, we will get x equals to 100 and y equals to 80. So that we have as an answer. So x we had let it we had let the x for A, so room A में 100 है and room B में 80 है. That is the right answer for this question as well. Now we will be going ahead further, and that is another new important question, and that is also a very important question here. So on the same cases, that the question we have is your 281th question of the sessions, and that is also an important one. So with the same regard of it, we have, as I told you, so 281th question of the session. So there we have your the question we have, in a group of buffaloes and so here we go ahead, another new question that we have to talk about it, and that is, as I told you, 281th question of the sessions. So the questions here is that in a group of buffaloes and ducks, that the number we have here, which that the number of the legs are 24, more than the twice the number of heads. What is the number of buffaloes in the group? This has been asked in your RRB examination paper, and that is also an important one. The options for this we have is 6, 8, 10 and 12. This has been asked in your RRB examination paper. We'll go ahead. So here we have, in a group of buffaloes and ducks, the number of legs are 24, more than twice the number of heads. What is the number of buffaloes that is what is twice the number of head as well, and what is the number of buffaloes in the group? This has been asked in RRB examination paper. The options for this we have is 6, 8, 10 and 12, and that we have to talk about it. We'll go ahead further, we'll have to solve it out as well. So that is, let the number of buffaloes be X and the number of ducks be y. Then 4x plus 2y equals to 2x plus y, that we have, plus 24, which is 2x equals to 24 and x equals to 12 here. Now we'll go ahead with another question, that is another new question, and you can say that the second last question that we have to talk about it, which is 282th question of the session. The question is, a man has some hens and cows. If the number of heads be 48 and the number of the equals that of the feeds equal 140, so then the number of the hens will be. This has been asked in your RRB examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards your competition wise if I'm going ahead. So yes, you will do it that. And for the same case, the options for this, we have 22, 23 and your 24 and 26. So let's go ahead with the question first. A man has some hens and cows. If the number of heads be 48 and the number of feeds, that is equals 140, then the number of hens will be, then the number of hens we have to find out. This has been asked in your RRB examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise that we have to go ahead. Options for this is 22, 23, 24 and 26. So for that we will have to solve it out, and that is, let the number of hens be x and number of cows be y. Then x plus y equals to 48 and 2x plus 4y equals to 140, which is equals to x plus 2y equals to 70. Solving 1 and 2, we will get x equals to 76 and y equals to 22 that we have. Now we will be going ahead with another and the last question of the session, that is your 280 that we have 83rd question of the sessions and the last question of the session. The question is, Vidushi and Sanya distribute ₹100 each in charity. Vidushi distribute money that is 5 more than that the Sanya So here we'll start it, last question that we have to talk about it, and even though as I told you this has been the last question here, 380 that we third week question we have. So for that we have to recipient of the charity we have to find out. So let's go ahead for the question here. Vidhushi and Sanya distribute ₹100 each in charity. Vidushi distribute ₹100 each charity. Vidushi distribute more money 5 more people than Sanya, and Sanya gives each ₹1 more than Vidushi. How many people are recipient of the charity? So the options is 45, 60, 90 and none of these, and for that we have to talk about it, and that we have as an answer. So on the same cases we will be going ahead. For that we will find it out. Suppose Sanya and Vidushi denote money to X and X plus 5 people respectively, then 100 upon X minus 100 upon X plus 5 equals to 1. 100 X plus 5 minus 100x equals to X plus 5, X square plus 5x minus 500, which is equals to 0. X minus 20, X plus 25 equals to 0. Give X equals to 20 here. So total number of recipient of charity X plus 5 equals to 2x plus 5, and that is equals to 45. So that will end up with, and this is the last question of simplification that we had deal with. Now we'll start discussing about square roots and cube roots that we have to even though discuss here, and that is also an important one here. So on the same cases now we will be ending it up. Other than the quantitative aptitude, if I'm going ahead, that we are dealing with the chemistry of class 12, which is for useful for the academic as well as for the competition as well. And after that, if I'm going ahead, so yes, we are dealing with the software engineering that we have to deal with it, and in that we had completed unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 and unit 4 and unit 5, and this the questions paper we have to discuss more on this software engineering. After that we have to discuss we are dealing with the reasoning, where we had completed verbal reasoning, that is your general mental ability and the logic reasoning. So in our general mental ability we had done completed, logic reasoning we had completed, non-verbal reasoning में series, analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image and water image we had completed. In terms of arithmetic reasoning, the quantitative aptitude, this has been also divided into section, that is your arithmetical ability and the that is your the interpretation data. So in that we had done operations on numbers, SCF and LCM of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification that we had done. So now in the next coming class we'll start discussing about the fifth topic, which is the square roots and cube roots, averages, problems on numbers, problems on ages, surds and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, pipeline system, time and distance, problems on trains, boards and streams, allegations on mixture, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of skills, calendar, clocks and stocks and shares as well. After that we have to deal with the permutation and combination, probability, true discount, bankers discounts, height and distance, and odd man out series. And interpretation we have to deal with the tabulation, bar graphs, pie charts and line graphs as well. So here we'll end up with, first of all, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box. Thank you.